Saturday. I finished it. I told you I would. I finished it. Although it does need a little bit of help yet. But, uh, let's see. Yes. I. Ready for this? Ready? Ready? Well, you can see some of it, but. I'll probably be standing more as more folks come in to see it. Um, it is very long. I'm wearing a fairly chunky 4-inch heel, maybe. Um, so the skirt. I'm once I decide what shoes I absolutely intend to wear. Uh, it's not a 4-inch heel. What am I saying? It's like a 2-inch heel. Um, but yeah, it came together all right. I do need to move the hook on the waistband back a little bit. It's a little loose. Um, and otherwise, I think I'm good. Like, it fits, it's not falling off. I guess the only other nitpicky thing is I need to style the wig, which will be a thing at some point, maybe. Or I go with purple hair. Thoughts? I like it. So, yeah, it needs ironed, of course. But, no, I think, being that this is what it's supposed to look like, I don't know. I think it came out all right. It's the modifications I made. Again, I didn't really take into account the extra in the hips on this one, so I could have made that bit be a little tighter. But, you know, for not actually mocking anything up, I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm almost contemplating making a pocket, so this is where it hooks out, or yeah, the hook is here. It's not too late, I could stitch a pocket in here, have somewhere to hold stuff, but otherwise, nope, I think it turned out all right. So now we get to move on to, oh god, making everything move. Move on to the next project. I was going to fix the two things, but then I decided, you know what, I have the convention that I would maybe like to wear this too. I have a chance at wearing it too. So, new costume, which is again a project that I've had in a bin for years. So I want to do this one. I had two similar patterns. This one and a McCall's pattern. The McCall's is a button-up coveralls. Not a vintage pattern at all. But I'm kind of tired of doing McCall's patterns right now. You know, kind of sick of their instructions. So we are gonna do that one. I'm thinking we're gonna do the coverall portion in the blue and white polka dot denim that I realize now has a little bit of a stretch to it, which is kind of nice. Hey, good morning, Florida. How are you doing, Tidal? Here, let me do the whole reveal again. Da-da, 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 da-da. I love it. It turned out good. It turned out so nice. Although, when I do have my next, when I have my break, I'm definitely putting sweatpants back on, because the skirt is going to get rolled over so much. But, yeah, this is... It's all done! Just a couple little tweaks. I need to move the hook for the skirt back. It's just a little bit too loose. Which is, you know, not really a problem necessarily. And What did I say? There was something else? Maybe I didn't say. Oh, depending on what shoes I decide to wear. I'm wearing a 2-inch heel right now, and this is just brushing the floor. So if I'm okay wearing the 2-inch heel, then that's fine. Otherwise, I may have to do a little bit more hemming, but eh. So now moving on, and we are doing overalls. Vintage pattern overalls with a simplicity pattern, which I like simplicity patterns because they're, you know, simple and smart and easier than McCall's. So the overalls are going to be the blue and white polka dot, and then I've got some regular denim, just straight blue denim. And I think I'm going to do the undershirt with, so it'll actually be more like the majority of it being polka dot and then the shirt. So I did pre-wash the denims, hopefully pre-shrank them. I may have done that in the past. I don't recall. It didn't look like it. They looked like they were pretty much still off the bolt folded. They're gonna need ironed before I cut them, but before I even do that, we need to find all the pattern pieces. Oh my gosh, I'm still stepping on the skirt. Oh. Skirt is not made for sitting in rolly chairs. Who knew? Okay, so we can put that one away. And things that I may need for this. Notions for 5/8" buttons. I'm sure I have those. Oh, no, I'm gonna need 9 5/8" buttons. That means I have to do buttonholes. Oh no. Oh no. That'll be a thing to worry about eventually. Oh my goodness, excuse me. How complicated does this all look? Wow. Alright. Pieces that we're going to need. We're doing B and D, although C looks really fun because it's got this little hood. Like, there. It's this little hood. Goodness, camera's over here. That's kind of cute. Much fabric difference between the two? It's 14, D blouse. C blouse is 2 5/8. D blouse is 2 3/8, so it's only an extra 1/4 yard of fabric. Collar D or hood. And it wants a 1/4 yard of some contrasting fabric for the hood. Could be cute to do that in the polka dot. So what I'll probably do, like, if I'm gonna be doing this, let's move that one. We'll cut out the overalls first. I'm sure there's going to be leftover polka dot fabric. But I said that about the, you know, blue satin fabric, and there wasn't. So B, need 1, 2. Front facing. Don't need underlap or waistband. Pants pocket? Yes, pockets! Pants pocket band. Bodice front. Pocket BC. Pocket band BC. Bodice back. Shoulder strap. Front facing. Back facing. Waistband. Underlap. That's a lot of bases. Regular fabric, and we will also need a lightweight fusible interfacing. Good thing I have lots of that. That will be no problem. So now we get to go find all these pieces. Pants are a little more complicated than skirts, just saying. There's 30 steps just in the overalls. Oh, alright. Nope, need this side. Oh, no. No, need this side. I remember my college theater director, this next part was the part she had to walk away from. She enjoyed like looking at the patterns and deciding on costumes and everything, having her input, but then as soon as the tissue paper came out, she's like, peacing out, I'm done. Did I know that I got this in that big a size? Interesting. Is there a reason I got this one? So typically, when I'm getting simplicity patterns, I'm in the, like, US size 6 to 14 is usually how, like 6 to 14 and then 16 to 24. Those sizes have no correlation with store-bought costuming. If you're ever into making patterns or making, you want to get into making something with a pattern, don't go off of what you wear off the rack. They're not the same measurements. Get over the number if you have a issue about numbers. It's not the same thing, and don't go by that. So usually I was somewhere between a 12 and a 14. I mean, it's probably a good thing that this one's a 16 because that's kind of where I'm trending right now, so it works out. But interesting that this is the pattern that I picked up, being the 16 to the 24. Because at the time that I would have gotten this one, I would not have been this size. But whatever. It's always good to have it too big than too small. I'll always maintain that. Don't mind me as I hide in my tent of tissue paper. It is so much. Rolling over things. What am I rolling over? Boards. Cool. That's good for him. I need piece number 18, correct? Yeah, piece. I do not need piece number 18 at this time. Well, I will though. So I might as well cut it out. Hey, Seppu, how are you today? Seppu, I finished it. I finished it. Look, 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 look. Oh, you need to do stuff in your bedroom? Okay, but before you go, look, 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 I finished it. Oh, it's falling off. Oh god, that's embarrassing. Hang on, hang on, hang on. This is why I wear a slip. But, yes, I clearly need to fix the size issue on the skirt piece because it's still a little big, but all that means is I just need to move the hook in a little bit. But it turned out so good! So, yay! Now we're doing the next project, making a diesel punk vintage pattern over. No, I do not need to gain weight. I'm trying to lose weight. Not much, just a little bit, but like, It's always good to like aim, you know, a little large when I'm cutting things out and whatnot, but there we go. I definitely will not be staying in this whole skirt very long. It's not made for wheelie chairs and working, weirdly. It was made for a queen who doesn't work. She has servants to do the work. This piece is also part of the shirt, I believe. Thank you. I'm so happy it turned out pretty much on the first try. I can see, like, you know, maybe someday I will start doing mock-ups of things, and that way I know that, you know, I won't have the surprise of, like, the hip part of the tabard is not as tailored as it could be. But also, I just want thing. And I'm certainly not out to win any contests or anything. I just like to dress up and look pretty. That is part of the shirt. Why won't you stay up here? Just stay, please. There we go. Where's that other piece that I cut out? That piece is part of the shirt. I think almost all of these are part of the shirt. So the sleeves and the cuff, we'll keep those two pieces together, that's fine. We'll deal with those when I get around to making the shirt. Are gonna be for the shirt. Also, simplicity patterns are really nice to have, like step-by-step instructions on, okay, if you need to lengthen something or shorten something, or you're smaller in the chest than you are in your hip or your waist, or vice versa, how to adjust those. Simplicity is just the best. But I don't need that piece, so it's gone. Let's do this one next. Facing B is going to be part of my overalls. Oh, I have two of them and I only need one of these. They're both getting cut out and one of them is getting put away. Oops. The silly game I like to play of folding everything back up exactly how it was folded, using all of the same folded lines. Kind of a waste of time, but also fun. Facing, or yeah, have one of interfacing. I guess I'll put these over here. I don't know. Buttonhole guides for the shirts. Just gonna cut. Are for the shirts. Yep. Is that the pocket? No, that's the hood. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's like, oh my god, look at this pocket. It's so big. It's not, though. And the hood facing. We'll just put those over there. Alright, well, this next piece better have all my pants portions. Hey look, pants front. Oh, okay, cool. Pants front in size 18 and 22. Is everything on this one 18 to 22? Is not. Okay. Pants front 16, 20, 24. Gotta go back to the bedroom, change the bed and stuff. It's a bit of chaos right now. Oh, goodness. Alright, well, good luck. Have a good day. Enjoy your project. Sounds like it's quite an involved Saturday for ya. I will catch you around. Will still lurk? Okay. Always appreciated. This one's mine. And this one's mine. This one and that one are not. The one over here is... here. Lot of back I'm going to need. All sizes, good. Pants pocket, all sizes. Yes, please. Pants pocket band, all sizes. Okay. Where are you? Who this? Shoulder strap, all sizes. Sizes, pocket all sizes, and what is that? Front facing. Cool. Can I get this all folded back up? Oops. more giant piece of tissue paper. We've got waistbands. We're not doing B though, right? Correct. Okay. So waistbands B. Go back in the pocket or in the envelope. Also, I do not need. No, I do need. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. I am doing B. Well. Sizes. Show. Sorry. Enjoy me lurking while I sleep. Oh, hey, Kara. Thank you for the lurk. Yes, showing. Okay. Gotta make sure I roll back here. Except that this skirt catches everything, and has it been an hour yet? No, 20 more minutes. Okay. So, we've got the top. Nice big long full skirt. That way. The top's still hooked together. Oh, it is not. That could be problematic, but hey, you know, whatever. We'll figure that out. Importantly, I can get into it and out of it all by myself. Zipper seems to be fine. Thank you. I should definitely not wear it to work. We have rules about that. I can't wear costumes at work. Very strict rules. I do need to, on this waistband, pull the hook back just a little bit because it's a little bit big. But otherwise, as far as length of the skirt, as long as I'm wearing maybe a music is way louder than me. Last week we couldn't hear it. That better? That's better. Okay, cool. Have thoughts. I forgot what we were just saying. Oh, as long as I'm wearing like a 2-inch heel, I won't need to do any more hemming. It's just skimming the floor, which is pretty cool. So that is that. Yeah, I'm pretty proud with how it came out. I didn't anticipate how scratchy the seam allowances were going to be on the underskirt. I'll double my height. Yup. Well, I'm wearing 2-inch heels right now. Can't you tell? Do you see my head was like out of frame? Like a giant. Uh, yeah, I may end up just wearing these heels. Who knows? They're comfy heels. Plus, if I do get this one done, these heels will work really well with this outfit too. And then I only need to bring one pair of shoes for this convention. Haha. But here, let me show you what we're now starting to work on. We're gonna do this one. Isn't it cute? I decided, split second this morning, I was like, well, I could do the McCall's pattern or I could do the Simplicity pattern, and I thought about letting it be up to viewers to decide, but A, I know that it takes a while for everybody to come in, and so like I need to get moving on this if I'm going to stand a chance of getting it done between this week and next week, because that's realistically all I got. What are coveralls? Dungarees? Basically, yeah, or overalls. Yeah, so, I don't know, pictures on the back even smaller and probably not as easy to see, but, so yeah, I was like, well, I could do either one. I'll just go ahead and make the decision, and I decided I'd had enough of McCall's nonsense with their weird, bad instructions and fit and everything, so we're just gonna go with Simplicity this time around because I like simplicity, and yeah, and it's my pattern and I can do what I want. The McCall's one is really cute, and maybe at some point I'll make it too, but this one is definitely more, well, obviously it's vintage. The other one is not. Like, this is based off of a pattern from the 40s. Changed around a little bit to fit the sizing sensibilities of how we are now as opposed to 60, 70, 80 years ago. How do you make the right size? Do you buy the pattern by size, or is there something else? Yes. So that was something that I was noticing as I'm cutting this out. American patterns, I don't know if it's the same across the board for Europeans or not, but for American pattern sizes, paper patterns are going to come in a range of sizes. If I bring it up to this one, the sizes are going to be up here in the corner. Wow, it won't focus on the numbers. Eee, come on. Okay, oh, size. You can kind of see it there, size. So US, this is size 16 to 24, which is larger than I actually am, usually. This may work out okay right now. I can make it smaller. Always better to get it a little smaller. You can easily, better to get it a little bigger. You can easily make it smaller. So the way that a lot of American patterns work is, if you see on like this piece here, there's 3 sets of cutting lines. This pattern piece is good for 3 different sizes. This one has size 16, size 20, and size 24. So there'll be another piece over here that's the same piece, but size 22 and 18. So on the back of the patterns are going to be charts with various measurements. Most standard are going to be your bust, your waist, and your hips, and then your back to waist. because that will give you, if you're having to, if you're just doing a shirt, you probably only need bust and maybe waist. If you're doing a pair of pants, you're definitely going to want waist and hips. This, I'm going to need all of it, and very rarely is somebody going to be the same size in all three categories. So I think I'm trending, at the time that I would have bought this, which is really why it's really puzzling to me, at the time I would have bought this whole thing, I would have been at most of 14, but I think I was more trending towards 12. Now for sure I'm solidly 14 with a little bit into 16. So like I said, the fact that it is a 16 works out, but I don't know why I bought a size 16-24 at the time. That makes no sense to me now, but it works. I'm okay with it. We'll make it work out. And if you get into something, say like Vogue patterns are significantly more tailored than simplicity patterns are, and so those, like, each piece may be a size. They're not going to do, multiple sizes on a piece. Sometimes even the whole pattern is a size, so depending on the complexity of the garment that you're making. But then there are some patterns out there that aren't so much based on sizes. So like, I'm trying to think. Like those, well, no, the hats, those hats that I'd made back before Christmas were a small, medium, large. A lot of times men's and children's clothing comes small, medium, large, extra large, as opposed to number pattern, number sizes. I think these number sizes are still pandering to women who want our numbers for reasons. I don't need either of these two pieces, so they get folded up and put back in the envelope. But again, important to know that paper pattern sizing is completely different than off-the-rack buying. If you buy a pattern based on the size number that you would buy at Target or wherever you're buying your clothes, it will not fit. It will be way too small. We would get women coming in doing, picking out patterns. Their grandmother was going to make their wedding dress for them, so they just needed to pick out a pattern, and the grandma was going to do that for them. It's like, that is really nice. And then they'd be picking out the tiniest patterns. They're like, I think this is going to be too big. I was like, guarantee it's not. They're like, but I wear a size 6. Yeah, okay, but like, that's you don't want a size 6 in a pattern, paper pattern. It will not fit. There's guarantee there is no amount of dieting that you're going to be able to do to get yourself down into a size 6 pattern piece. This is everything. Pants back. Facing B, need that one. This is a lot of pieces. Oh my goodness. The good news is that I will not have issues with the fabric shifting like I did on the skirt. Alright. So now I have all my pieces, hopefully, because I don't have any more uncut pieces in my envelopes. We had an hour. Oh, we're just shy of an hour. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my break. I've got to get rid of the skirt. There's part of me that's also really concerned that as I was cutting these pattern pieces, that I was gonna catch like the tabard in them, and that would have made me so sad. So I'm gonna go ahead and change, put on some like more practical clothing, and then we'll get back and start cutting. Alright, be right back. Alright, and we back. Okay, so we're working with the polka dot. Nice thing, even though the polka dot material is patterned, similar to the brocade, I don't necessarily need to worry about lining anything up or keeping anything going particularly in the same direction. I should probably hit this with the iron, or I will be sad news bears. Make sure my leash goes that far. Shut all the way off. Oh, makeup. Well, it makes it. Let's add a little water to it. And I apologize, I know I'm probably off screen. Someday, more cameras everywhere. Oops. I suppose I could move the whole thing over a little bit. That would maybe help a little. No, don't shut off. You're not hot enough yet. Come on. Don't get to be broken. Come on, iron. We're getting there. Steam, please. We're getting there. Still no steam, though. More water? Is that what you need? More water? Oh, we're making some steam. Yay! Just took it a while. I had meant to do this ironing before today, so I didn't have to spend the time on stream doing it, but it didn't happen. Obviously. Nice thing with this having just a little bit of elastic, probably some spandex in it, is that not only does it iron out nicely like cotton does, it irons out extra nicely because it's got just that little bit of synthetic that I might be kind of melting, maybe sort of ish. That's how it works in my brain. Melt the fabric smooth. Have to check the fabric amount needed. This is definitely not 60-inch wide fabric. This one's 44, 45-inch, which is definitely going to make a difference on layout and whether or not I'm actually going to be able to make this one. I think the whole overalls out of the polka dots, or if I'm going to actually end up needing to use some of the denim, the plain denim, and not make the shirt out of the plain denim. Again, this is something that I bought when I was still working at the fabric store, which was 7 years ago or more. So the intent has been a little lost on me. or sorry, the details of the intent, I should say. Like the intent, obviously, make this with this fabric. Then I also have that ivory denim or canvas that was in with this as well. And I'm not sure, again, obviously I had a reason, that's why it was all in the same bin, but I don't really recall what the idea was. Maybe it was using both of these denims to make the overalls and then the white to make the shirt. I'm not sure I'm loving that white though. Like I don't know that I really want to make a shirt out of that to go with this. Alright. Let us take a peek at the cutting layout. And also, where's the envelope? I need that too. Overalls, 45-inch. I need 3 1/4. Could get by with 3 yards, potentially, because I am not going to be cutting them to the length of the actual pattern piece. I'm going to shorten them because I am short. Newsflash. Two, 3 and not quite 1/4. Oh, yeah. No, we're good. We should be fine. Should be fine. That's what I said before, but no, I'm 85% sure that this is going to work fine. So 3 1/4 yards and cutting layout. The overalls 44-inch with nap. Sure, I understand why there's a 2A and a 2B. Oh, no, maybe. You know, I say that I love simplicity and they're easy, but like, I'm a little confused. Oh, yay! Thank you for the resub title. 4-month streak, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you. I don't know that I've ever seen it do a 2A and a 2B. Because I only need one of anything. So I guess it's just dependent on preference, maybe? Yay! Oh, off to the butcher's before it shuts. Sounds like a plan. Happy sewing, thank you. Enjoy your trip to the butcher. Enjoy the excursion. I hope you don't freeze. Okay, so this whole pattern piece is supposed to be like, this is supposed to hit me at my waist, and all the way down to the cup is like way too long. So yes, we need to shorten this, and the length and shorten line is there. Punch line. Well, I guess it also should be back here. Let's wrap around there. That's about right. We're going to shorten it 2.5 inches. I don't have my tape in here again. I went and put it away like a silly person who thinks she uses tape out in the other room ever, but she doesn't. Grab my tape 1 second. Okay. So I do a bit O tape. And that was a big old piece of tape. So now the other fun thing that I have to make sure to do is blend. So I'll grab this one because it's... oh no, here, this one will be a little nicer. Blending on this pant leg is going to be easier. Just goes right about. Maybe I go on this one side. I mean, honestly, it almost doesn't even matter, almost. Doesn't even show up. Cool. Good pen. Glad I kept it around. Sharpie, I guess. This one. It's going to be a little more tricky. Like, how does that even blend? I guess from... Go from the notch. I don't even know. Just have to make sure I curve it. Like that. Yeah, that should be okay. Some of it'll hopefully iron itself out in the seam allowance. And when I do the back, I need to do the front. Side seam will be a little easier to blend because it's pretty straight. What do I do with the marker? There it is. The inner side seam is going to be a little more complicated. respond to that. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. We're going with it. I don't think there's anything else that really needs to be adjusted. Maybe back. Which difference is that gonna make? This is the bodice front. This is like the bib. Does it have a waistline? Because I know I tend to have a slightly shorter neck waist, back neck, what do they call it? Back neck to waist. But do I remember what that measurement is? No. Can I get a measurement of that myself? An approximation anyways, I guess. It's not super ideal to measure yourself. Usually you want a friend to do it because moving your arms around still contorts your body a little bit, but approximately 15 inches. And the back neck on this is 16 3/4 inch. So that is 1 3/4 inches longer than mine. Sorry, one more time, just so I know. It's gonna start generally at the bottom of the neck. I usually line it up to my, there's a prominent bone there that I usually line it up to, and then my waist. It's hard to tell on my back where my waist is, but yeah, that one gives me more of a 15. I drop it. Oh, that's exactly where I had it last time. Yeah. Okay, so I do probably want to shorten this. Shorten the waist, or shorten where the waist is, shorten the piece. So again, this is going to be the top, even adjusting for seam allowance. It's still hitting me right about my waist. So I think it should be fine. We're just going to go with it. We're going to roll with this. Should be fine. And if at the point that I put the bodice piece to the pants, it seems like it's not fine, I'll make a bigger seam allowance or something. You know, improvise. What we do. Okay. So, fabric, and it wants to be cut double. Oh, look at that, I did not clean my table off today. Man. Usually I use some Windex and give it a nice little scrubbing. Not today. I'm kind of tempted to get all the pieces pinned on before I cut anything, just to, you know, make sure. Am I a little paranoid? Maybe. Just a tick. General knowledge purposes, exactly how wide is this material? Oh, wider than this? This is 24 inches. So it's 48. Okay, that's good. Not including a little bit of the salvage, so cool. So we want some things get cut on single thicknesses. I'm going to cut over on the salvages. So now, at least, directionality isn't going to make much difference. Maybe I want that on the back. A little bit of, like, fading. I put that here. That's going to be right on the, well, it'll be right on the side. Yeah, we're gonna start with the back. Or I could turn it around and start on the other end. Okay, so to lay out like this, yes. Excuse me, sorry. Pins, I need all the pins. Definitely gonna want to make sure this thing is on green. So Not 10 and an eighth at all. What was I measuring from? 10 and 3/4 then. All right. A lot of times, I'm kind of surprised this one isn't doing it, when they have multiple sizes on the same pattern piece, each of the lines, each size line will be a little different kind of line. I think the largest size will be a solid line. The next one would be long dashes with short little breaks, and they get progressively smaller little breaks, so then the smallest piece would be like just a dotted line. seems to think that pattern piece 15 will fit here, and I bet it does. This one. Pattern piece 15. We are gonna hit this with a dry iron, turn that steam that I was hoping for earlier off. Use this one to measure my grain line. The nice thing with the grain line, it does not really matter what the number is, what that measurement is, it just has to be the same. And that way, chances are your piece is going to be on grain and not off kilter. One needs an off kilter piece. Curious, it says what the finished sizes are, and if I make this it's gonna be so baggy. Oy. I'm getting myself so confused. We're using that layout. Sort of. But like, I've already messed up. Is this would be flipped the other way? Does 12 still fit? It might. Where is piece 12? Who are you? You're 5. Paging piece 12. 3. 12. Oh, yeah, it'll still fit. No problems there. That'll fit fine. And as I'm looking at all of these, the next longest piece is going to be the same length as the pants, which is plenty length. So now we're going to go ahead and just cut these pieces, because otherwise laying... It's already a little wonky there. Stay the course, it'll be fine. Just keep going. Keep changing my mind midway through things. I just need to stop that. Knock my crap out. It is very reasonable to believe that if I'm going to get this done in 2 weeks, I'm not going to get it all done on stream because there's no way 6 hours is going to be enough time to do this. So I will definitely do what I can while I'm on stream. And if I have time through the week to stream what I'm doing, I'll definitely try to do that too, because that could be fun. I'm thinking like my D&D session this afternoon when it's not my turn, and I may be cutting pieces. Not usually the recommended thing to be doing when you're playing D&D. But if everybody else gets to be AD&D and ADHD and up and moving around and doing stuff, and so do I. Complete again. So the next piece, I guess, will be the other leg piece. Oh, I just really want to cut these out, though. Get rid of them. Get them off my thing. I'm actually going to take a quick break. I need to go to the bathroom, and it's about that time. It's been about an hour. I will be right back. Feel free, get up, stretch, get something to drink, something to snack on. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Alright, and we back. I am gonna cut these out just because it's gonna run me out of pins if I don't, and it'll stress me out a little bit. But at least now I am much more assured that it's not gonna I'm not gonna run out, which was the concern. I will not run out. Hey, thank you for the welcome back and the caffeinate. Yes, almost done with this cup. I think we'll just finish it off. Why not? All right. I could use my rotary putter and it probably would work really nicely. But shifting that stuff is such a hassle. We're just gonna do it with scissors. Ouch. Cool. That's first bit of blood on this particular project. So glad I just sent you all to a break. I'm gonna need to go put a band-aid on real quick. I did more than just stab myself. I like ripped a little notch out. Damn. I'll be right back. No tears though. It didn't hurt that much. Just oh, I can't put you on a break. I'll still do the coffee break screen so you're not just sitting here looking at an empty chair and whatnot. Be right back. Okay, well, thing I've learned about me is I injure myself so infrequently to the point of bleeding that I have no band-aids in this house. Who knew? But it's so I put a little Neosporin on it. I ran it under some water, put the Neosporin on it, held it for a second. It's not bleeding at the moment, so we'll leave it at that for right now, and put a bandage on it. You know, eventually. Good grief. Full contact sport that is sewing, you know. Not even sewing, just cutting. It's dangerous, I tell ya. Can't leave you with scissors for 5 minutes. Nate, it wasn't even scissors, it was a pin. It was this one right here. Yeah, this one. This one. But no, you cannot leave me unsupervised. At all. Ever. I need an adult at all times. I jabbed myself with a pin, and I did make all that fuss. Because I didn't just jab myself. Like, I don't want to put it on camera, because, like, it's... A, it doesn't really show up anyways, and B, it's squeamish blood stuff. But, like, I, like, jabbed myself and ripped. It was, like, bleeding immediately. It's still technically open. And then again, to top it all off, I don't have any band-aids, so it's just gonna be an open wound for a little while. I wonder if any of the... I wonder if I have a first aid kit with any of my fencing gear. That'd be a smart thing to have, you know? It's like a punishment out of a Saw movie, right? My sympathy all drained away. A pin. But... Ow! I tell you, it's a dangerous thing, sewing. A pin? I know! Who would have thought? I'm gonna do it again here if I'm not careful. It was a complicated jab, okay? I was gonna wrap it in a tissue and use some of the tape that I brought into my sewing room to hold it on, but then that just kind of pulled on the... I don't know, the flap of skin. It pulled on it and it hurt, so I decided not to do it. going to give in to my hoarder tendencies and hold on to that piece because that could be useful eventually. Maybe. Okay, I am really, really enjoying this particular station that I found today. For the record, let it be known. This one's like epic music or something, cinematic music. This is very much like the Two Steps from Hell, Thomas Bergson station that I listen to pretty frequently. Like some of these pieces have been very Hans Zimmer-like. I'm like, ooh, that sounds like The Dark Knight. You like it too? Nice background. Oh yeah, to Guild Wars 2. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Could add that into my, if I'm doing World v World and need something besides the actual in-game music. Which is good. I still like the in-game music. But sometimes it gets all nice and quiet. And it's not as epic or adventurous as it needs to be. No, 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 no. Don't you fall down. I need you up here. Okay, we're gonna undo this one because everything did shift a little bit. can't look at the fabric while I'm moving it too much. It crosses my eyes. It's shifting. That's happening on camera too. I do apologize. Oh yeah, I bet it is. Oh. That should be right about right. The bottom line. Yeah, I don't know if you're seeing it. It does go down below. Like it's onto the floor, but there's a cuff. So that the cuff line here is just a little long, which is going to be fine because, again, I'm planning on wearing probably a pair of chunky heels with it because, oh, if I could find, like, some of those chunky combat boot looking things, would be way cool. But otherwise, the boots I was wearing earlier today will work just fine. Alright. Line this one up. Over here. It can go all the way like that. Oh, encouraging thing I noticed wearing the that tabard and everything. Like, I'm kind of chilly right now in my short sleeve shirt and my my sweatpants, but not super chilly. That was a sleeveless outfit, and pretty low cut. The flannel lining was warm. Yes! Thank you, past me. I'm not wild about the fact that you can kind of see it, and I should not have used it to back the crisscross pieces. I should have used the same brocade for that, but still, that is a win I'm very happy about. So bring on that air conditioning. Seven and 3/8 inch. Do that piece number 12. pins back, which means I need to cut my notches. Ah, lol. Alright. Snips are not enough for 2 layers of denim. Who knew? We'll leave, yeah, we'll leave some of the pins in. Like that one. There. Ones where I'm gonna need to make markings like the dot. Come back and do markings later. Oh my god. Just did it again. Different finger though. Same hand. Blood for the blood god. That's all it is. Good thing the fabric is nice and dark. So even, well, with these nice white polka dots on it. I know, right? Well, I mean, that's the danger of having your pins sticking out, but like it's either my left hand gets it or my right hand gets it, and I'd rather my left hand get it, I guess. I mean, this time it's not so bad. It didn't rip as much as the thumb did. But again, this is also why I always sew with, you know, my phone next to me in case I do have some kind of really bad accident. Because I know that sewing can be dangerous. So if I ever do need to, like, you know, call for any reason to anyone, I can. Okay. Center back is kind of whatever. It's good to know, but not like a real important. Ow. These dots are probably pretty important. Center front, also a little on the important side. That buttonhole though. we're gonna go ahead and get this piece cut out. And that is going to bring me to the end of my stream time today. I will absolutely be back next week to keep working on this, but again, I'm gonna be hopefully I will have made some steps beyond cutting by next week, because otherwise this will not get done in time. For sure, I do 2 streams a week. I stream this on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to noon Central. Currently we're in Standard Time. Then Wednesday mornings, 7:15, 7:30-ish to 10:15 is Guild Wars 2 World v World Wednesday. Play with a group of friends. We do our server versus server PvP. Sometimes to better effect than others. Do focus on Havoc Squad, guild missions, and just having a good time. If we're not having fun, then we're doing it wrong. So whether we succeed in our missions or not is almost irrelevant, because the point is to have a good time. So if that sounds like anything you're interested in, I'd be happy to see you then as well. And then periodically, pretty sporadically at this point, I may do another stream in between times. Again, it'd be kind of fun, I think, maybe if I've got the oomph to do it, to do some more streaming on this through the week. Because I would like to do as much of this on stream as possible. Honestly, you guys keep me focused. I have a reason to stick with the task. Because otherwise I'll work and then be like, I'm bored of this. It's lunchtime, right? Time to go eat something. And then I go away and the project doesn't get done. Absolutely. Thank you for hanging out with me again. Today and always. Again, always appreciated. Let me just cut this all the way across. Oop. I mean, I don't think I did too bad today. Cutting always takes way longer. I will say this every single time. You probably get tired of me saying it. Cutting always takes longer than I think it's going to. Even when I think it's going to take a long time, it's going to take longer. That's okay. That's the fun of it. Let's see, do we have anybody to go raid? Who is on? Should we raid somebody I've already raided before, or should I find someone else? Let's look and see if there's someone else. Just, you know, kicks and giggles. Makers and crafting. Take care, Nate. Thanks for hanging back. Oh, welcome back, too. I imagine you're back from the shop? Or were you probably already? Yeah, you were back. I hope you didn't get frozen while you were out. Did you get all the food you needed? And maybe wanted? And did you get little treats for the kitties? Always important. It's cold. Oh. You got Dave some hula hoops. Aww. She'll be happy. Alright, we've got Kit and Live working on some casual cosplays. We have Nostalgramancy doing live couture, Robe de Marie Rosé. I think that one might be French. Not that that's a bad thing, but like, let's... what else do we have? Yeah, we're gonna go to, let's click on this one first, see what's up. Okay, past the ad. Looks like their stream has been up for about 10 minutes, so this will be a fun boost. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. We do that. Raid. Oh. Went through the whole thing of copying, only to try to type it. Alright. Once again, thank you everybody hanging out. I appreciate you all. I will look forward to seeing you all next time. And let's go take a peek and see what Kit Ann is doing.